uh, June note with macaws, roses, clematis, water lily flowers. A note on Ciociara, Two Women, a wonderful film, if tragic. Uh, a tragedy takes place within, overwhelming, outrageous, based on the work of Alberto Moravia. Alberto Moravia has been a revelation for me. I have read Content. I have been fascinated by his take on the Odyssey. Ulysses doesn't want to stay home, that's why he takes part in the Trojan War. He doesn't want to come back home early, that's why it takes him 10 years to return to Ithaca. And it's a marvelous modern masterpiece. I've also seen the film, the adaptation, Le Mépris, which is also excellent. And for this one, Sophia Loren is in perfect form. It's a memorable performance, a wonderful story. There's also young Jean-Paul Belmondo in there, young Sophia Loren as well. And the story takes place during the Second World War. And the character Sophia Loren is a mother, and she has a child she wants to protect, a young teenage girl. And in order to escape the dangers of the city, they take the train out of Rome. Train stops, they get off, they meet with the character of Jean-Pierre Belmondo, Jean-Paul, I'm sorry. And he is a sort of a philosopher, a bit left-wing for my taste. I mean, anyone who is moving towards the extreme left, a bit far from the center, is not in my favors. I've been under communism, so I'm very, not just suspicious, but very hateful of the left. I know what it can produce. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. And we know the horrors. Look at North Korea. Anyway, so there seems to be a sort of an attraction, a love story. The character of Jean-Paul Belmondo declares his affection for Sophia Loren, who in turn, the mother, jokingly talks to her daughter and saying, if you'd be just a little older, I would allow you to marry this young man. Well, mother, why not? We can think about it. You're still very young, but she's laughing. Little does she know what will happen. And now I have some quandaries. I mean, a quandary, I'm sorry. And hesitate not knowing if I should mention it. If one looks at this film and others on IMDb, International Movie Database, a best source that people can consult, and there are hundreds of millions accessing it from what I can gather. Over there you have an insight. I mean, that story would say it's a story of two women title, and this is what happens to them. Well, I think I will pass on that. I will not say what happens. I would just say it's a tragedy. It's the horrors of the war. By the way, I can mention that people get killed along the way. The Germans come in and they take a man with them as prisoner. There are confrontations between supporters of Mussolini and the others who fight them. The partisans fighting on the right side against them, the Germans, at least a couple of them are not are not the good guys. They're rude, and they ask the two women to basically be their servants because it's for a good cause, and then you can serve us, right? Sophia Loren, a proud role model, strong woman, determined, gritty, fantastic. This is the Wonder Woman, not the one I hear they have in cinemas today. A superhuman, a Übermensch. That applies to men generally, but this is a superhuman. Refuses, and she's dignified, and she's facing off the others every time. Only when it's impossible, and she has no power, can they overwhelm her.